We have just seen what many people consider the most negative presidential campaign in history. This article from the November 6th issue of the Dayton Daily News points out some ways we might keep this kind of campaign from occurring in the future. To rid campaigns of Bush's influence, ban TV and radio ads, by Tom Price. Let's start by stipulating that this has been the most distasteful presidential campaign of this century. Let's also stipulate that the damage done by this campaign will live far beyond this election. However slimy and disgusting this presidential campaign has been, the next one will be even more so. And candidates for every other office we fill by election will be tempted to follow suit. What to do? Ban all television and radio advertising that attempts to influence the outcome of an election. Require all broadcast media to provide free time for candidates themselves to speak directly to the voters. Require all broadcast media to provide free time for debates with the stipulation that candidates who show get the time for themselves even if their opponents refuse to participate. Ending broadcast advertising would end the worst distortions and trivializations of campaigns. It would also gut the power of money. One final thing to do, look in the mirror. The most skillful advertising in the world won't manipulate those who refuse to be manipulated. But those people must pay attention to what's going on and put a little of their own effort into the process. I still believe with Winston Churchill that, quote, democracy is the worst form of government except for all those other forms that have been tried from time to time, end quote. But this year's campaign puts a strain on that belief. This next selection makes a mockery of the kind of political rhetoric we've been hearing, and it points out what some of these national candidates might say if they wrote their own speeches and spoke their own minds. Election Speech for the Presidency of the United States of China America by David Avedon. Now listen, I am speaking to you through the miracle of rice, through steel wool, through Japanese microphones. I have every reason to believe that you will vote for me in the upcoming election of your own free will. My rhetorical powers are only a part of your unbridled wisdom in the voting process. This time you will demonstrate it on my behalf alone because you have faith in me. And I, for my part, have faith in your faith and speak to you as man to man, as man to woman, as dog to dog, as dog to bitch. I'm barking at you, screaming at you through steel wool in the rice paddies in the gas stations. This speech that, for a change, I've written myself. Please take note how I thrust these wondrous lines straight at your problematic hearing organs. At your desolated hearing organs, I'm throwing food that's flowing, healthful, fresh. Your hearing organs and my brain centers and the technique of speech and the rhythm and broken lines. I swallow your growing attention through colored straws from the corners of your eyes. I have faith in myself, but doubt you, and doubt my doubt of you with utmost faith. What I'm creating here seems to be a poem, but it's really an election speech. You'll elect me because I've confessed my crime and because you're a party to it. This stanza was written for a change by the chairman with a starched quill pen. At Peking Airport, at Kennedy, at Lode, you're waiting for me. You take my picture and record me, and take your own picture and record me. You're the media. You're a reporter, a steward, an exterminator, a literary critic, an X-ray technician, a customs official. You're no dummy. No one gave a damn about you, and you're a munitions manufacturer. I'm your salesman, a woman of valor, a women's and men's lib organization. Put something on the stove. Scratch my back. It's hard to talk to you on an empty stomach. So that's it. For now you understand me, and if you haven't understood, I piss on you. As usual, I revert to the least understandable words, and you'll hear from me from there too. With fine, quick steel wool, I scrape the stubborn layers of fat from around your carbon copy brain. I bleed you, program you a brain, open to future generations, to future speeches, to future presidents. And you'll vote for me, even before you retire, with cursing and singing. In your pitiful family albums, I'm shown in a mocking slide negative. You'll leave your job, your sex life, your military service. You'll keep turning the pages, wondering why you haven't succeeded. Why, damn it, you haven't succeeded in getting rid of me when you were young and strong and still active. And now, if you have a minute, wait a minute. Watch how I take off from here, speeding faster than the speed of sound and light and brain waves, without any air pressure or oil pressure, group pressures, and the rice cries and the oil fields and atomic reactors and launching bases, radar antennas, attack stations, above and beyond all financial forecasts and literary, political, strategic criteria, and insurance companies and the institution of the family and evolution. And also watch how in every place and at all times I'm still Army and administration bookkeeping and bakery and special interests and seeing eye and listening ear through steel wool, through Japanese microphones, through the mysteries of rice. Thank you.